Hi, let's talk about disconnecting one of your bank or credit card accounts from QuickBooks. It's really easy to do, and there may be various reasons why you'd want to disconnect one of your accounts from QuickBooks. Maybe you're going to close the account, maybe you got a new card, maybe you're switching it over to personal use, but whatever the reason, you can easily disconnect any of your accounts from QuickBooks, and then you would no longer see the transactions feeding in down here. The way to do that is to go to banking and then under the banking tab. For any account, you can just click into the box and then click on this little pencil icon and go to edit account info. And then there's a little box down here, disconnect this account on save. So you would click that box and then hit save. And I can't show you this for the sample account, but when you do that, the account will disappear. So you'll no longer see this little box for the account and you'll have no transactions feeding in. At that point, you want to take one more step if you're really not going to be using this account anymore. So we'll go over to accounting and chart of accounts. And once you disconnect an account, you'll no longer see the little arrows here. This signifies that it's connected and feeding in transactions. So you'll just note that it doesn't have the arrows anymore. And then if you want to delete it from the chart of accounts, you're really not going to be using it. You can go to the drop down here and go to make inactive, and that will take it completely out of your chart of accounts. One thing that you want to be careful of when you do that, it really needs to have a zero balance. If it doesn't have a zero balance, it's going to create an adjusting entry when you delete it. So we don't like for that to happen. And if you have a non-zero balance, you might want to get the help of an accountant to clear this out before you delete it. So that's just, an important thing to note, and I'll show you an example of that. So if I tried to delete this account, it gives me this warning. This account has a non-zero balance, and activating it will cause an adjusting transaction. So we really don't want that. We want it to be adjusted down to zero before we delete it. So again, just make sure you talk to an accountant if you have a non-zero balance, you need to delete it out. But otherwise, pretty simple to disconnect your account and then delete it from the chart of accounts.